Hey, I'm Mel, and today I'm going to do my March TBR. I know it's a little bit late to do March TBR, but consider this like March and a little bit of April TBR. I'm not sure I'm going to get through all of these books, and I'm not sure I'm going to stick to it, but I wanted to talk about some books that are coming out in March, which is a very incredible month for book releases in general, not only in young adults, but also in other genres. I've already read one book that I wanted to read this month. I read one book that came out yesterday. Oh my god, I can't believe that it was yesterday. I thought I had read it more slowly, but apparently not. It seems like it's been a few days since I read it, because so much happened since then. But I'm reading another of the new releases that came out yesterday. I haven't finished that yet, and don't worry, I'm not that fast reader. Let's talk about those books first. Of course, I read one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and that was Restore Me by Tahara Mafi. I don't think there's anyone here who's been following me for years and years except for like 2 people maybe, and I don't think if they remember. But when I first started my channel like years and years ago, and I had nobody following me, I had nobody commenting my videos because I wasn't active in the community, I read the first 3 books in the Shatter Me series. I fell head over heels for the series, and then last year Tahara Mafi announced that she was going to write this book. Obviously everyone freaked out, and obviously it was one of my most anticipated books of the year, and I'm going to talk more about it in my wrap-up. I've already written a Goodreads review of it, and I wrote so much, and I wrote it in like 30 minutes because I was writing everything that I was thinking. If you want to know my thoughts before I talk about it on my wrap-up, read that review. I'm going to leave it in the description. This is not even on my TBR, I already read it. But I'm reading another book that came out yesterday, and that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tammy Adeyemi. This book is a fantasy book, and I'm like 14% in. I feel so stupid because I had an arc of it from NetGalley and I haven't read it before it came out. Like, I didn't take advantage of the arc that I had, but from what I'm reading right now, it's amazingly written. We have a lot of different points of views. There's this world that seems so vast, and I know I haven't even uncovered a little bit of that world yet, and I've just arrived to a part that it seemed very important. Another book that came out yesterday, I think, is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This was on my most anticipated books of the year video as well. I remember that I talked about slam poetry, and it had an Afro-Latinx main character and its own voices. Poetry slam, that's a really big buzzword for me. Apart from that, look at that cover, it's gorgeous. Then I have another book that came out yesterday, I think, Ivy Everdene's Letter to the World by Ashley Herring Blake. I think this book is middle grade. I think it has a young girl figuring out her sexuality and a lot of other things, and I absolutely adore Ashley Herring Blake's book before, How to Make a Wish. It was one of my favorites of last year. Can't wait to see what she does with a middle grade book. A book that is going to come out March 27th. It's a book that I've been wanting to read for a while, and that is Her Perfect Affair by Priscilla Rivera. This is a romance book, and it's a Latinx book that is own voices. I read the first book last year, and I really want to get to the second book that it focuses on another couple. It has like really deep connection between people, and that is what I love in my romances. I also have another romance book that came out the last few days, I think, Falling for His Convenient Queen, and that is by Therese B. Harry. This book is a marriage of convenience. It has 2 main black characters. I've heard that the couple has a lot of chemistry. I feel like I've arrived to the bottom of all the books that I had to read in February. So any book that sounds interesting to me, I'm going to get and I'm going to read, because I need my romance fix in the middle of all those young adult books that I mentioned before. I'm going to mention another 2 books that already came out a while ago and I haven't read. One of them is Like Water by Rebecca Podos. My friend Mav has been raving about this book, and it seems to have such lush and beautiful writing, and it seems to talk about complex dynamics between people. It has an FF couple. And the other book that I had is a book that was on my Argentinian or Latinx TBR, and that is Dead Girls by Selva Almada, which is Chicas Muertas in Spanish. I told myself that I was going to read at least one book from Latin America per month, and I haven't been doing that, and I really don't want to fall back on this challenge. So hope I get to all of these books. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know if there is any book that you're anticipating this month. Hope you like this video. If you did, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you. Bye!